Hi everyone, today we've got 12 gift ideas for you to sew for stocking fillers.
This is our video for the Gift of November 24 challenge, which is hosted by Sew Like Dotty. At the end of the video we'll have all the graphics and details for the challenge, and we've put everything in the description box below that you need to know.
So this year we decided to change our approach to our gift sewing. So we've decided to focus on smaller handmade gifts that can be either used as stocking fillers, Secret Santa gifts for Christmas parties, or as a part of a bigger gift made up of handmade and shop bought things like a hamper.
Yeah.
So all of these ideas would be fantastic to use up your scrap fabrics or even fat quarters. I think a lot of them are fat quarter friendly.
Oh, they are, and a lot of them are even smaller. You don't need big pieces of fabric at all.
So the first gift idea that we have is the cat sleep mask by Treasury. So this is it here, and this is just a super cute make. So obviously this is a more specialized one than a normal sleeping mask, but you could just make a regular one. So instead of embroidering the eyes, I've put buttons on as the eyes, and this would be great as a part of self-care hamper. And again, it's a perfect scrap buster, and you only need minimal supplies. It uses fold over elastic as the elastic, and then just a different fabric on the other side, and then just a really small piece of felt for the little heart nose.
Which is so cute. Number 2 is a spa headband and some face wipes. So I used a pattern from Sweet Red Poppy to make this one, and it has just turned out so cute. I really love it. So I just used a scrap of fabric. Caitlin had made a dressing gown, so we had this left over, and it's a really soft fabric which will be quite absorbent. So you just use a strip of fabric, and then there's on the blog there's the pattern to use to cut out for the bow and the little bit that goes around the center. So the one that she made, she actually uses a really wide elastic, but I didn't have any elastic like that. So I just sewed down the middle and created 2 channels and used 2 pieces of elastic, which has worked out fine. So that's the back of it there. And then I just made these little face wipes to go with it. So it's just a piece of cotton on the front and then just some toweling on the back. And you could tie those up with a little bow and put it with your headband, and you just have a really cute gift. So we've got a tutorial on our blog how I made the little face wipes. I'm actually going to make some little wrist guards that go around your wrist to stop the water from running down when you're removing your makeup. So I'm just going to use the same principle, but just make a little round thing and then it'll slip on your wrist.
So the third gift idea that we've come up with is fabric hair bows. So the particular tutorial that we use to make ours is the Sailor Hair Bow by Hair Bow Supplies, etc. So there's a video tutorial and blog post on this, and this was a really simple make. So this is the one that we've made here. So we've used a Christmas fabric, but it would be absolutely beautiful in any sort of gorgeous little fabric. So this is a perfect gift for both kids and adults. So this only used a very small amount of fabric. The only notion that you need that you might not have is a little alligator clip for the back. However, if you don't have that, you could just put this on a hair tie and just have it as a little...
Yeah, you would be able to do that, yeah.
Tie it on, so... But I can definitely see us making a lot more of these, and we just used a cotton for this one.
They're so cute, and they're it's just a strip of fabric basically, and it's just the way it's folded that creates the bow. Number 4 is a fabric tray. I used a pattern out of my Kath Kidston book, but there's plenty of patterns out there. I've listed one below so that it's very similar to the one I made. I just used a corduroy fabric, and then that's the back. And it's just got a piece of cardboard inside it that just gives it the structure, and then you just sew the corners in to give it the shape. I am really pleased with the way this came out. It was very simple to make, a lot easier than actually I thought it was going to be, and you could use it for absolutely anything. Like you could put it on your desk to store bits of stationery in, you could store makeup in it, you could put nail polish in it. It's just such a useful thing. And I actually thought I would use the tray to package the spa headband and a few other things in it and actually make that as the present, and then you've got the tray to use afterwards.
Number 5 is a handmade jar opener. So this is great for anyone who opens jars.
Which is everyone, I think.
So this is the one that I've made here. So It just really elevates a normal jar opener and makes it a lot more fun. So for the grippy part on the back, I just used a shelf liner and then cut it down to size. And then I've used a food themed fabric, which I think is really fun if you're going to be using it in the kitchen. But you could just make it in any sort of fabric.
Yeah.
And you put a layer of interfacing in so it's quite sort of stable.
Number 6 is the Upcycled Pot Holder Set. I saw this idea and I thought it was just great because it was a really pretty thing, but you didn't have to actually make the pot holders yourself. So I just bought a plain black pot holder, and then you make a pocket that goes on the front, so you can put a whisk or a spatula or something in there, and then you've got a piece of cotton tape along there and a little button. And I thought it was just so beautiful. So I used this lovely lemon fabric because I thought it was quite kitcheny. And then it's got a matching glove that goes with it. So I just bought the plain black glove, and then you just make a little frill that goes around the top, and again it's got the cotton tape and then just the little wooden button. As I said, I thought they were just so cute, and anyone who's into cooking would just absolutely love them. So you can tailor it to whatever you want, just using different fabric on the front.
Number 7 is a set of coasters. So we used a tutorial by Quilt Piece of Blog. So these are the ones that we've made here. So we decided that these would pair perfectly with the upcycled set. So we decided to use the lemon fabric and the black and a plain black fabric together so that they went with the set. On the back it's got a green fabric, so you need 3 in total. So even though they look fairly complex, they're surprisingly simple to make and really quick. And then they've just got a layer of batting in them, so they're quite spongy. And so we made a set of 4, and I think that's a really, really nice gift, just a set of coasters to go along with this.
Yeah, and I thought you could perhaps tie a bow around it.
Make it like a little stack.
Yeah.
And then we're going to make Christmas ones for our Christmas table as well, and I think they'll be really sweet.
Yes. Number 8 is a fabric gift pouch. This is the one I made using a pattern by a spoonful of sugar. It is just so cute and adorable. So I've used a little Christmas fabric on the front and then just a plain green on the back. And then it's got the 2 little bits of ribbon that you open up and you put your little gift inside. So this is it's not actually a standalone gift, but it's something that you can use to package something small like a necklace or earrings, some quilting clips or some stitch markers, and it would just really elevate your gift. I think it's just adorable. It is a tiny bit smaller than I thought it would turn out to be. So it's a very simple make. It's just a matter of the way you fold it that forms these little peaks on the side, but so it would be really easy just to scale it up to make it a little bit bigger if you wanted to put something larger in it.
Number 9 is a folding bag. So I used a tutorial from the blog Sarberry. I'm not sure whether that's how you say it, but I'll pop it on the screen. So I've made a few versions of these now, and I've sort of tweaked it a little bit, and I think that it's now perfect. So we've been using folding bags for years, and I'm really pleased to find a handmade alternative. So this is what it looks like here. So it's a really simple bag, so it's unlined, and then you just use 2 different fabrics, and it's actually good for fat quarters because you can get these bottom pieces out of fat quarters. So I decided to use bias binding on the tops of these bags because I didn't want to take away from like the length of the bag, and also I just think that it gives a really neat finish. The pattern uses self fabric handles, but I've made one version that has webbing, and then I've made this version. I've just used some ribbon, and I think that they both work just as well. So whatever you have in your stash really will work.
Yeah, it's a lot quicker if you don't make the handles yourself, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you just put a button and then this elastic loop, and that's how you fold it up. So I'm going to put an overlay video in of how I fold them up. So this is what they look like folded up. So these are a great gift because they just fit in your car or a handbag. And then with this Christmas one, I thought that either it would be really nice to do your Christmas shopping with, you could take it with you, or this would be great to actually put gifts in as like a little gift bag as well.
That's a really good idea, yeah.
So I'm just addicted to making these. I'm going to make a heap more for Christmas. And when you don't make the ties, the handles yourself, they probably take, what, half an hour?
They're pretty quick, yeah. Number 10 is a tissue holder. These are a really great gift. Everyone loves them. They're really quick and easy to make. They don't use much fabric and they're just so pretty. The pattern that I use is by Treasury. There's heaps of them out there, but I really liked this one because it was just really pretty with the lace, and you can put rickrack or anything you want on there to decorate it. So it's just a basic little tissue holder, and then inside you just put a packet of the pocket tissues, and then you can embellish it with flowers if you want to, and then it's just got a little loop on the top that you can put a ring on, so if you wanted to attach it to something you can do that, and it also just looks pretty with a little bit of ribbon on there. I think they're just absolutely adorable, and you can whip a heap of them up in no time, and everyone would really like to receive one of those.
So number 11 is a DIY keyboard wrist rest, and this is from the And Sometimesy blog. So this is something that Mum had asked me to make for her because she wanted to cushion her wrists a bit when using her laptop. And then I thought, a lot of people type, so that would actually be a really good gift. So this is what it looks like. So it's basically just a big long sausage. And it was really, really quick to make. So in the blog, it does give you the option of making it sort of customized to the size of the laptop, and I did do that. I measured it and I made it a little bit longer than the laptop. And then I also made a little matching one for your mouse. And they're really nice and very, very quick, really, really simple. And then I used linseed, but you can use rice or any other sort of bean substance to fill it with. And I thought that this would pair really, really well with either the digital device sleeve sewing pattern, which we'll pop a picture up on the screen, or a laptop case.
Number 12 is a heat pillow, which is sort of another self-care package that you could bundle up with any of the other things we've made. The one I used is the flaxseed warming pillow pattern, and it's just a basic rectangle, and I've used this really bright sort of vibrant fabric, which I think is really lovely. The pattern gives you a free printable, so you can put in there how it needs to be heated and what the person that receives it needs to do with it, and then I've just tied a ribbon around it just to make it look special. The pattern that I use uses flaxseed, but we actually call it linseed here, and it's a really great seed because it actually, on her blog she goes into a lot of detail about how it retains its heat, and it does actually really retain its heat. We've got a couple that we use ourselves and they're fantastic. They really last a long time, they keep warm for a long time, and it's a really soft pliable seed, so it's really nice when you put it around your neck. It's not all stiff, and it doesn't give off that wheat smell. I don't like the wheat ones because they really smell quite wheaty.
These ones are fantastic.
They're really, really good, yes. So it's definitely worth checking out her blog and having a look at the pattern and why she uses the flaxseed or linseed. So these would be a great gift for anybody. You could use a different fabric to make one for kids, and you can also use them as a cold pack if you want to as well by putting them in the freezer.
So we hope that you enjoyed our gift ideas, and we hope that we've inspired you to start making your gifts in the month of November to enter the challenge. So even if you're short on time, these gifts are really great because they're quick, they're easy, and they don't use a lot of fabric. So all of the details for the challenge and the vloggers before, after, and with us are down in the description box below. And one of the great things about the challenge this year is you can actually enter via email. So if you're not on Instagram, or if people might see it on Instagram, you can email it. And also you can enter all throughout the month of November instead of just on the 30th. So that's some changes that have been made since last year.
Yeah. Which is good because as you make them, you can post them, and then you haven't got this big, on the 30th, you've suddenly got to post all these things. I think it's really, really good. So until next time, happy sewing.